Hello, everyone. Welcome, my grade 11 students, to our second episode in our monthly series, Watch It Wednesdays. Remember, this series aims to highlight non-traditional form of careers and field of employments so that you will have a better idea of choices you can make after leaving high school. Today, we have a very special, a phenomenal guest in our virtual guest room. He is none other than Mr. Dwayne Chappie Brown. And as you would have already guessed, yes, he is a past student of Cambridge High School. Mr. Brown is a former cricketer. He played cricket for Cambridge High School. He's also a former boxer. If I remember correctly, he did boxing at a gym in Anchovy growing up. He is also one of Cambridge High School's many success stories. Today, Mr. Brown possesses 2 degrees. Yes, you heard me, 2 degrees. And he is an executive chef. Yes, big position. He's an executive chef at, funny enough, Trump's National Country Club in New York City. So I know you're thinking that this man must be famous because obviously he serves presidents and many dignitaries. Mr. Brown, I hope you will enjoy your interview with us today as we aim to motivate and encourage our grade 11 students at Cambridge High School. Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Brown is here with us today in an episode of our Watch It Wednesdays. Mr. Brown, welcome to our virtual interview session and feel free to share with us. Remember, this is a safe space and you're here to motivate the students of Cambridge High. Trust me, they have already heard about you.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
Welcome, welcome.
Yeah, it's an honor. It's an honor to be here, to be able to can come and share my story with all you guys. It's a pleasure to do that. And remember that also I was a student of Cambridge High School, so
Awesome.
looking forward for this.
Great, great, great. Welcome.
Yeah.
Now we're starting with the basic questions I ask all my interviewees this question. Which community are you from?
Anchovy district. Yeah, Anchovy
Good.
district.
So most of our grade 11 students might also know you because we get a lot of students from Anchovy. So they might see you and like, what's here? I'm a neighbor, my friend, I know that person. Now, looking back at your time at Cambridge High School, how would you describe yourself as a student?
Looking back, I was the jovial type. I was a fun to everybody want to be around. As you can know, see you laughing already.
The joker.
I was that guy, but also I was that one that not only I was a fun person to be around, I got a lot of respect from all my teachers, but then including my principal, so rest in peace, Mr. R.V. McFarlane.
Awesome.
Yeah. I got a lot of respect from also the guidance counselor at that time, which was Miss Scott. They show me a lot of respect going to Cambridge High School.
Awesome. So even though you were the one who gave a lot of joke, probably the class clown, you still had your thing together. Do you have any regrets about your time there at Cambridge High School?
No, I have no regrets because why I say I have no regrets. The moment I walk into Cambridge High School at 7th grade, they ask you what you want to become. I said, I want to become a chef. I know what I wanted to do, even though I was a jovial person. At my time at Cambridge High School was like when the teachers saw the potential in me, they also pushed me. So I have no regrets.
That's good to hear because many students these days they leave high school and it's when they're running to their teachers, they say, Miss, you see, if me didn't know and John know, if me didn't listen to you, sir. So I'm happy to hear that. No, after leaving Cambridge High School, what did you do after? Did you immediately migrate? Did you go to school? What did you do?
So after leaving Cambridge High School, Mr. McFall and the former principal and the guys on council, Miss Scott, wanted to take me to Runaway Bay Heart to get me into that culinary school. That was the year Western Hospitality Institute has sent scholarship to Cambridge High School for the food and nutrition department.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and the former head girl at that time, Alicia. We both got the scholarship to go to Western Hospitality. That's where I obtained my diploma, my first diploma from Western Hospitality in Jamaica.
So you
Yeah,
left Cambridge High School and you went to Western Hospitality. So
correct.
basically, the mere fact that you said Western Hospitality, I can say that is where your career journey started.
I would say that too because they were the first to send me to Florida in West Palm Beach. That's where I did my internship in the Breakers, which is a 5 diamond hotel in Florida. So
Wow.
yeah, it started from
So
there.
from a young age, you were
Yeah.
making moves. Now, how would you say you evolved into an executive chef? How did you become an executive chef? Because I know you don't start at Scullion and jump become executive chef.
No, it
So what
takes it
happened?
takes. So for me, when I went back to Jamaica, I was working at the Hilton Rosal for like 2 years. After working at the Hilton Rosal for about 2 years, I applied for a job to go work for Royal Caribbean. That's where I worked 6 years of my career. I
Royal
give to
Caribbean, a
Royal Caribbean,
cruise line, right?
yeah, on the cruise
Very
line, yeah.
good.
So I did my first 3 years working for Royal Caribbean. I was a line cook. So I started out as a coming two, the lowest rank cook. Then my second year, I got promoted to be a coming one.
Very
But
good.
I was also not the most disciplined person, meaning I give a lot of trouble even when I in the
Oh,
work environment.
Jesus. The jokes are
So
following you.
yeah, so everything. So the chef, he was from India, an executive chef. He said to the management team, give him responsibility. That's the only way we can control him. He's a good cook. We don't want to lose him. Give him responsibility. And the moment they promoted me to be a supervisor, the third year, I never looked back since.
Boy, that's what you
I
talk
never looked
about.
back.
Encouragement sweetens labor. That's good.
Exactly.
That's good. Now,
Yeah.
would you encourage persons to pursue a career in the culinary arts to even get to your position as executive chef? Yes. Why?
Yes. Yes, I would. It's a wonderful career. It's something that I love and I recommend a lot of people who is interested in the food department in the hospitality industry to take it serious. It's also a patient department where everything not gonna come. It takes years of experience and the more you learn, there is always more to learn. So you take that with you and you grow with it. So
Very good.
from for me to any youngsters right now, this is one career I tell you can take care of your family, yourself. You can live and you're not gonna be rich, but you can live a life above middle and just there where your family is taking care of your bills, everything, and you can live happy. You can do whatever you see the rich people doing. But you're not. I'm not gonna say you're gonna be rich, but
Well,
you
in
can live a
Jamaica, we call
comfortable
that
life.
rich. Very comfortable. We
Yeah,
call that rich.
you can
Yes.
live a comfortable
And
life.
you know,
Yeah.
kids nowadays, once they hear about money and the salary, they're all in. So I hope the grade 11s are listening and they will be motivated. Now, who are
Well,
the person you are saying? Continue.
no, well, for them, if they love money, they're in the right place because an executive chef in Jamaica is looking at 500,000 a month.
Don't
So
say
yeah,
I may need to resign my
it,
job.
it's a well paid job. That's why when you see they take the white man from other country and they take them to Jamaica and they put them in those high position,
Oh,
they
they're
have to
getting
still
that salary.
pay
Post.
them the $5,000 a month and the
Oh,
$6,000 a month. So look at you as a Jamaican now. If you get here right, first you got to get the education
true.
part right with the skill set, and you work your way up. You're looking for a healthy salary.
Wow, thanks for that information. No, the money is good. That's the
Yes, it is.
after. who would
Yes.
you describe this job is suited for? Because we're certain that any and anybody can just run
No.
in to this job. Who would you say are people that are suitable for this job?
People who are suitable for this job is people who are very passionate and humble, and also you have to be patient. You have to be humble, patient, and you have to have a positive mindset. So if something bad happens today, you brush yourself off and you come back tomorrow and you say start all over again until you get it right. Because not
Mhm.
all the time, no matter, not because you see the say executive chef, I made mistake too in the past. Sometimes I made mistake, no, but nobody will see my mistake. But I know I made a mistake. What I do, I correct it on the go.
Very good. So you
So
have to be passionate, accept
passionate,
your mistakes, and be willing to
yes,
try again.
and don't
Very
get
good.
discouraged. Don't get discouraged.
So, what would you say are the basic requirements for any person who wants to pursue a career in the world of chef, food preparation, climbing all the way to executive chef? What are the basic requirements?
The basic requirement is first you got to know how to cook, and when you learn how to cook, then you have to be able to want to learn. Meaning, if somebody's teaching you something, you're not the one who's gonna say, "Oh, I know." Even if you know it, you listen to what that person have to say to you or what he's trying to teach you, and from there you take whatever he used and you take somebody else whatever they use and you put them together and you go with that.
Good. So, extreme discipline, especially your
Uh,
listening skills,
yeah, you
they
have
are
to love to
required.
listen.
And I'm assuming
Yes.
they need a little light knife skill to not you.
Yeah, you have to have that. That's why I said you have to know how to cook. You have to learn to use the knife and don't try to go too fast. You start, it's like baby step when you're working in the kitchen. You start
Oh,
slow. So with your knife,
very
you take
good.
your time. Not everybody gonna go, no, you
Thank you
learn
for
by
that.
starting slow. Yeah.
Because I have students, when I send them to the hotels, they come back to complain that they got nothing to do. So I said,
Yeah.
what did you get to do? Miss, I stripped scallion and onion all day. Did you cry?
Well,
Yes, that's the start. Did you teach you to
well,
use the knife? Yes, miss. That's a start. I'm saying you're not good enough. You're doing something. They're teaching you. But kids these days figure they need to start fried chicken and jerk
yeah.
pork immediately. And that's not the
It,
way it is. So thank you for that bit of information.
well, let them know that I also peel 200 pounds of onion and 50 pounds of potato, and I have to clean them. I have to clean vegetables before I even see what the range look like. So you have to start somewhere and be patient, as I said earlier.
Very good. Now, you mentioned earlier Heart Runaway Bay and Western Hospitalities. So, those
Hmm.
are two of the institutions in Western Jamaica, St. James, Montego Bay, that offers training in the culinary arts. Is there anywhere else that you would recommend, anywhere else you know of currently?
All right. So when I was, because I leave school 15 years ago, going 16
Yes.
years now.
Mm-hmm.
Runaway Bay Heart Hotel was the top.
Mm-hmm.
It was the top. So I know of them, and I know Western Hospitality have a lovely program. I don't know if they still have that program going on. Also, if if you want to pursue a career in there, as I said, if you get the necessary subjects, UTech and UE
Mm-hmm.
also have a wonderful culinary program.
Very good. Very good.
So you
Very
you
good.
you a lot of people, you don't have to go to abroad to study. You can study at the University of the West Indies, University of Technology. They also got good degree program going on there, meaning your bachelor's and your associate in culinary and hospitality management.
Very good. Now we're getting down to the fun part. Now, with
Hmm.
your job, you must have a lot of memorable experiences. Is there any that you would want to share with us? Any fun one that you'd want to share?
Well, it's so much. It's so much fun memories. Like as I said, it's all have to do with the team that you're around. Sometimes you're there with people that you probably, like for instance, when I used to work in the hotel back in Jamaica, there was other kids that go to Cambridge High School, maybe much older than me,
Mm-hmm.
and we used to have lots of fun. And you have Glenroy James, he was 1 year ahead of me. He would tell everybody about my stories going into high school. He would make joke about me because he know where I live in Anchovy and he live in Roehampton. So it was there where we have most fun. Coming overseas is not so much because it's a different culture.
Yeah,
So
it's a lot of work.
you work, but you have fun moment. But it's not like back when the best days were when we were in Jamaica working in the
Yeah,
hotel. To be
yeah.
honest,
All
yeah.
right, this one wasn't on the list, but I'm throwing it in. Hope it doesn't catch you off guard. Is there
No,
any dignitary that you have catered to in your career that you would care to mention? If it's
so
high profile,
much.
I don't want to say it. Don't say it.
No, remember, I work for the president, so
Have you ever met
but
him?
I met him once.
Mhm.
Before when I just started out in the company. That's why I want him to win because I don't want to see him right now. I can't do it. But anyway, but
All right, enough
the
of that. Enough of
yeah,
that. I want you to
the
keep your
kids,
job.
the kids are amazing. Eric, Don, Ivanka, they are
So
nice
we,
people. Yeah.
mm-hmm, very good.
Um.
We are at our final question. And it's not really
Mhm.
a question, but any final thoughts, words of encouragement, motivation that you'd like to leave with our students, especially those who would want to pursue a career in the culinary art?
Most definitely. Like as I always say, Cambridge High School to me or for me is like it's right here. It's so special to my heart because I have so
Mm,
many fun time in that institution.
wonderful.
And I want for you guys to just take the time out, look into yourself. There's a wide world out there for everybody. You can excel, you can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Don't watch anybody you see in the fast lane and the flashiness because I can tell you this right now. I used to see everybody in the fast lane and the flashiness, and I was still working and I could do the same thing that they were doing. And when the fast lane runs out on them and they're there wondering what's their next move, I'm still here working and doing the same thing. So believe in your abilities, back yourself, go out there, be passionate about what you're doing, and just work hard and just do what you love. That's all I can say to you.
Some
Do
words
what
of
you love from right here.
encouragement. I
Yeah,
really appreciate that. Mr. Brown, executive chef,
yeah, yeah,
my once homeroom student. It
yeah.
was
That
a
was a long
pleasure
time ago, right?
to,
Because remember,
yeah.
when I tell students also, let me tell you, when she came to teach me, she just leave out of college. She was a young kid, just like some of you
Oh,
are too.
you
Maybe,
figured that one out. Well, very good. Thank you so much for sharing with us today so openly, so frankly, for
yeah.
motivating our students. I really hope they will draw from it and it will
I hope so too.
encourage them not to give up. Not because
No,
you're not from this so called best high school, but
no.
this high school, if you
Don't,
apply
no, no, no,
yourself,
no, 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 no. You
you
guys
know the
are
word
one
on
of
the
the
street.
best high school.
We have,
Don't
which is
ever listen
true.
to. Listen, let me give you guys a story. Can I add this story to it?
All right, before I close.
Yes, when I went to Florida to do my internship, you have students from the University of the West Indies, the University of Technology. You have students from Manic Teachers College. You have more Western Hospitality. You have students from all over the top colleges and the top high school that you can think of who went on to college. At the end of that 4 months, you know which student stand out as the number one in that program?
I'm
The one
assuming,
the one from
yes,
Cambridge High School.
none other than Mr. Dewey and Choppy Brown.
And I said high standard. I was the only student to go to three in or how you call it when you go for working experience 3 times. You know why?
Internship,
You
internships.
know, you know why I go? Because every time Cambridge High School got a new hotel for the first time, I went there to go set the foundation so that
Wow.
you guys can inherit from this. So I want you guys to take whatever skill set you have, be passionate about it, and go out there and get what's yours. Because guess what? You are now coming, we are going. We're getting older now. All right? Cheers.
I don't need no more closure on that, Mr. Brown. Thank you, thank you.
Every
I'll
time,
be
anytime.
forever grateful to you for sharing with us.
I'm
And
I'm always here anytime, anytime.
wherever you go in your career, remember Miss Clark is here on Instagram rooting for
Uh,
you always.
I know
Thank you.
100%. Cheers, man. I
Blessings
appreciate it, Mister.
always.
All right. Cheers now. All right. All right, guys. Take care.